Hey, it's dark. You want to walk with me? Welcome to Interdark. Sort of an introspective podcast. We just kind of go on a late night walk and yap it up. You never know what you might need to hear, and you never know what you might connect with. The sky feels a little bit dead tonight. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so it's sort of overcasty, cloudy, and the city feels pretty loud. Then again, it's a Saturday night, so a lot of people are doing things. Let's talk about boundaries. So someone asked how you deal with somebody disrespecting boundaries, whether that's a friend or a romantic partner. I think it's very important that every relationship has boundaries. And this can be for privacy, personal, mental, emotional, whatever it may be. You as an individual are entitled to have boundaries. And I think it's really healthy to have them in every relationship. I think the best way to go about this is to paint a scenario. So I'm going to give an example of my own. I'm a very health-driven individual. So that means I surround myself with healthy habits, and I don't allow habits that I deem unhealthy around myself. And that's considered a boundary. I don't smoke, I rarely drink, I don't go out clubbing or partying or anything like that. So I typically don't even be friends with people that do those things. I'm not saying you have to be the same, but that's me personally, right? So my boundary example is smoking. I don't like it around me, I don't want it around me. So I kindly ask all of my friends not to do it around me. I don't have any super close friends that actually smoke, but if they do, I ask them to kindly not do it around me and keep it far away from me, and they respect that. Now, if somebody was disrespectful of that boundary, say for example, I was hanging out with a friend, and they knew that I didn't like that, and still they insisted on doing it or decided to do it and bring it around me anyway. One, life is short. You should experience life how you want to. You should live life how you want to. But if you want to maintain valuable connections, it's important to be respectful of those around you. If I had a friend do that, knowing full well of what my boundaries were, well, they wouldn't be my friend anymore. Now that mindset's not easy. It took a lot of work to get to that mindset. It took a lot of self-worth building and figuring out who I was and what I would value myself as, what I would allow around myself. Essentially deeming what is worthy to be in my life or not. Because I know my worth. And the first step is knowing your own. You have to know your worth, you have to uphold your worth, and you have to be respectful of your worth. I think the core principle in any friendship, relationship, whatever it is in your life, is self-love and having self-love. And setting a boundary and respecting your own boundaries is the highest form of self-love. Cutting people out of your life who are not good for you and who disrespect you is the highest form of self-love. So when we're talking in terms of how to handle somebody being disrespectful of your boundary, that really just depends on how high your self-worth is, what standard you hold yourself to, what standard you hold those in your life to. I like to surround myself with people that have like mindsets, similar mindsets to my own. I'm not a partier. I don't like wasting time. I'm loyal to a fault. If I had a friend that was doing any of those things, especially cheating, one that's not my friend anymore, they know better. I have standards that I want to hold myself to, and I think we should all have standards we want to hold ourselves to. That's the core fundamental of life, is loving yourself enough to surround yourself with people that think the same as you. And I use this metaphor a lot. But if you want to be a successful person, you're not going to hang out with unsuccessful people. You're going to go find successful people and learn from them, right? If you want to work at a car dealership, you're not going to apply for jobs at a fast food restaurant. And that can go hand in hand with boundaries as well. If you don't want a certain behavior in your life, why would you tolerate it from those in your life? If you wouldn't allow yourself to do certain things, why would you allow others to do those things toward you or around you? Those are the big things that you need to think about. So when we're thinking about how to handle somebody disrespecting our boundaries, there's a lot of different ways to approach it. First and foremost, you have to have a conversation with them. Talk to them. Like, hey, this is what's up. If they were aware of your boundary and they decided to cross it, sucks to suck, womp womp for them. Me personally, I'd cut them out of my life. Now, if they weren't, tell them about it. Be like, hey, this is a boundary I want to set. I don't like this behavior. I don't want this around me. I don't want anything to do with it. Do whatever you want in your free time, whatever makes you happy. I fully support you. Just don't bring it around me. But if they were fully aware of those boundaries and they decided to break them anyway, then you need to love yourself enough to reinstate that boundary or cut them off entirely. Because I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. We don't grow by clinging on to the toxicity in our lives. And toxicity can be more than just a behavior or a person. It can be a place. It could be anything. You're not going to grow. You're not going to evolve by clinging on to the negativity and the negative things. Love yourself enough to keep moving forward and allow the opportunity to move forward and find better. because I promise you there is. If your friends are disrespecting you and your boundaries, they're not your friends anyway. Thank you. Next, find someone better, because you will. There's billions of people in the world. You can't convince me that not a single one will treat you with more respect than that person did. There's a part 2 to this topic, and they asked, how do you go about ending an unhealthy relationship or friendship? And the answer is simple. It's not easy, but it's very simple. You cut it off, you walk away. You have a sit-down conversation, or a stand-up conversation, or a phone conversation. Let them know what's going on, what's up, why this is happening, your stance on whatever the situation was, and go your separate ways. Sounds a lot easier said than done, because it is. There's a lot of emotions involved, and it gets sticky and messy and dicey, and it can be very scary, especially if it's somebody that means a lot to you. But I need you to wake up and remember, life was meant to be experienced. You weren't brought into this world to be dragged down by others or to be put down by others, okay? So allow change. Allow the opportunity for change. Allow the opportunity to welcome in something new, because that something new might be infinitely better than the thing that you're refusing to let go of. It takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of gall to move on. The hardest part of letting go is not letting go. It's not going back. That's hard. It's a long journey, and it's a tough one. Nobody said it was easy. If it was easy, it wouldn't be worth it. But you owe it to yourself to build the best version of you. You owe it to yourself to chase the best version of you. And you owe it to yourself to allow the opportunity of finding and creating the best version of you. Because no matter what your life aspirations are, and if you haven't figured it out, we're not going to get into that, but you will. Give it time. No matter what your life aspirations are, the you in the future will thank you. I promise. They will thank you for taking the step to cut that toxicity out of your life and move forward. And if you're still unsure, I have one question for you, and I want you to think about it, genuinely. Why are you so afraid? What is stopping you? It could go wrong. It could suck. But it could also go right. And it could be amazing. And it could be brilliant. And it could be the one thing holding you back from the life you've always dreamed of. But you'll never know if you don't allow the opportunity, if you don't allow the chance. Is it scary? Yes, it's absolutely terrifying. But most of life is. Nobody has this thing figured out. We're all just winging it. But you're not alone. You're never as alone as you think you are. There's a lot of sirens going on, lots of cars moving around. So I'm going to leave you with one last question. If you could take $100 million, but you don't wake up tomorrow, would you take it? Choose waking up, because the world is beautiful and you're part of it, and the world would not be the same without you. So chase happiness. Pursue your inner child. Pursue life, because I promise you there is so much better out there. And if you're worried about cutting off friendships or relationships because you won't find better, you're wrong. I'm sorry, but you are so wrong. There's so many amazing, beautiful people in the world. Stop holding yourself back, and stop letting those in your life hold you back, because nothing gets better if you don't give it the chance to. What a yap sesh. And I actually don't know how the direction of this episode went, so I'm going to leave you with a few more things, because I'm running out of time walking up on the highway here. If you're going to remember anything from this, I want you to remember that you are not alone. You are loved. You are worthy of love, and you're worthy of respect. Don't let others treat you any way that you wouldn't treat yourself. And if you treat yourself that way, look within. It's time to make a change. Learn not to tolerate disrespect from others, because there's billions of people in the world that would never do such a thing. So don't accept and don't settle for those that will. I'm proud of you. Let's do this again sometime. I love you. Stay safe.